Hi, Lori. Thank you for sharing your video. Yeah, I know that you started off discussing the quotes that were mentioned at the beginning of the chapter. And in my initial post for this chapter, I actually had a difficult time connecting to the quotes that were put in by Da Vinci. But when you made it, you said it's really the feeling we experience after a great success. I felt like that really made more sense to me, especially in the way that you explained it. So I appreciated that as well. I appreciated that you shared teachings that we're teaching students to be lifelong learners and that we don't have to do it alone because that collaboration piece is so vital. And I think that's the part where we as educators, if we're not working with others, even though we're in a room by ourselves with children all day, we've got to do this together. We've got to take time. And I think time is the biggest factor here, taking that time to sit and collaborate and come up with a plan, just as you have suggested and talked about in your post. You did bring up STAR as far as assessing our literacy programs, and I am just, I wonder sometimes, do STAR results make us forget our students' successes? And that's why I put this quote up here that I found from Rachel Cruz. While working to attain your goal, don't forget to pause and celebrate the little victories along the way, because the real goal is to be lifelong learners, not necessarily to pass the state assessment. But when you mention STAR results, I feel like, how do we get our stakeholders to buy into that? How do we get our stakeholders to buy into the idea that STAR is not the end all be all and STAR is not the deciding factor on our successes? You shared the story of your student who was reading on a kindergarten grade level and is now reading on grade level. That's a huge success. And I think that alone is one to be celebrated numerous times and to keep coming back to, because that child is now on grade level, which means they can access grade level curriculum when they could not have done so before then. So it really is not so much about the test, but can that child read? Can they be open to that world of literacy, which is something that you have helped that child get to and helped that child achieve, which is, again, coming back to that celebration. And so I appreciated the information that you shared with your story, because I think that's really what it's all about, bringing things to our children, to our students, and to our peers, to helping all of us continue to be lifelong learners and for our students to become lifelong learners. So thank you for sharing your information. And I celebrate with you because that is quite an accomplishment to bring a student to grade level, to be able to read on grade level. So congratulations.